Yeah. Guess who it is? Ayo, Dre, I think they in trouble. Scott Storch, why you have to do it like this to him? Feels like a new day. Listen.
Your softball glove is your most basic form of protection for your hand for everyone on defense or in the outfield in softball. It stabilizes your fingers, and it also provides slight cushioning for when you catch the softball that's traveling with extremely high velocity. You should find a glove that follows the NCAA rules and regulations for its size, but also one that fits your hand comfortably, and you should tighten the threads just enough to where your hand feels secure inside the glove. Gloves are an important factor in preventing any kind of injury to your hand, such as finger sprains, contusions, and even fractures.
The batting helmet should fit snug but not too tight on the player's head. Adequate padding must be inside the helmet. Padding should cover the head all around and should be padding below the ears as well to cover up the mastering process. The outside of the helmet is covered with a hard plastic to protect from any blows that may lead to fractures, concussions, or any other injuries to the head. A chin strap is also required to hold the helmet in place so that the helmet is not bobbing up and down or side to side when the player runs to a base. A face mask is not required, but is recommended. A face mask is used to prevent any injuries to the face, such as facial fractures, contusions, or injuries to the eyes. Batting helmets overall protect against injuries to the face and head, and the average price for one is about $35 to $50.
Sliders can be in the form of either pants or shorts and are worn underneath the softball uniform pants. These are protective gear that when the athletes slide, they help to prevent abrasions to the skin. Most of the padding are located on the back of the pants because a majority of sliding in softball is done on their backslide. Sliders are not very expensive, ranging anywhere from $15 to $40 depending on the brand on which you prefer, which can include Under Armour, Nike, Adidas, or Easton, and more.
So the catcher is the most protected person on the field. They wear shin guards, a chest protector, and a helmet while playing on the field. To start, we're going to talk about the shin guards. So for shin guards, they usually fit from about mid-thigh all the way down to the top of the foot. An option for this protective piece of equipment can be a flap that goes over the foot to protect. But as you can see, the right leg has it and the left leg does not, to show that this is an option. Another option that you can have with shin guards is a knee saver. And they do exactly what the name says. They save knees so that the catcher does not have to squat for the entire time. They ensure an easier squat while the catcher is catching for long innings or long periods of time during practice. The catcher's shin guards provide protection for contusions, possible fractures, or injuries of that sort when they're coming in contact with not only the ball but with other players from the other teams if someone is by chance sliding into home. The second piece of equipment that a catcher will wear to protect themselves while playing softball is a chest protector. So the chest protector is placed on the athlete and it is hooked with this hook right here, and then it is tightened via these two straps right here to allow for rotation of the athlete in order to not hinder them while they are trying to catch or while they are trying to block a ball or help the pitcher out in any way, shape, or form that they are trying to. So the shape of the chest protector allows for protection of the abdominal region, specifically the internal organs and other bones that make up the torso. This is worn in order to prevent from injuries such as fractures, internal bleeding, and a specific injury called commotio cordis. So you will notice that the left side of the chest protector covers more than the right side, and this is due to the placement of the heart. So the heart will be protected more, which will increase the prevention of commotio cordis. The protection of the chest protector also helps with preventing fractures of the sternum, the ribs, and even the clavicle up here. So the third piece of equipment that a catcher can wear in order to prevent injury is the face mask. So the face mask is going to prevent from concussions and from facial fractures. To start, it is narrowed in the front to protect the jawline here and here. The chin will be placed right in this cushion pad in order to provide more cushion if the helmet were to be struck by the ball. The next part of this equipment is going to be the fact that the catcher can see out of this open gap right here, but then we move down here, and the mouth is completely guarded by this great style mask. Coming up to the top of the head and both sides of the head will be protected by the helmet. Inside the helmet, there is cushion of a gel sort in order to also absorb the impact. And the last feature of this helmet is the protection on the back of the helmet, just in case a ball were to come off the backstop, or if the catcher were to fall on the ground after colliding with someone that is stealing home. And you put the helmet on like this, you make sure that you can see out of it, you make sure that this is aligned with your cheek, and you are ready to take the field.